From Edith Robb Dixon Field here at Cabrini University, a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Fanbase Network's coverage of the Interact Challenge. Today, in Game 1, we have the Fords of the Haverford School set to take on the Malvern Prep Friars as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at Edith Robb Dixon Field with Scott Gabrielson. I'm Mike Samsel. 5 Hall of Fame trips between us. They just all belong to this guy here. and Scott, so great to have you alonghand for today's game. This should be a great one here in Game 1. Both of these teams love to attack. They love to get out on the offensive end, and they have some great attackers to do so.
Yes, they do. I mean, the rivalry of Haverford and Malvern is something special, and both teams are really attack-led. On Malvern, it's really more of a three-headed monster with Billy Coyle, the senior, leading the team with 84 points, Jack Trainer with 55 goals, and Scotty White with 51. So that's Malvern. On the flip side, Haverford School, number 6, Luke O'Grady. Unbelievable shot from outside. Look for him to rip it tonight. And TJ Malone, the new guy on the scene, has had a great season so far.
TJ Malone has been incredibly impressive. He's scoring on 60% of his shots on goal. That's just crazy.
Love that.
Now, on the midfield, the middies, these guys are really the ones who are the engine of the offense. They let those attackers get out and work. We got some great ones in tonight's game.
Yes, we do. The horses, really the guys that push the ball up and down the field. Those are your midfielders. And again, for Malvern, their midfielders are really led by 2 main guys. One is senior number 14, Mike Fay, headed to Notre Dame. And then number 20, Quinn McCann, headed to Penn. Those 2 are the top 2 midfielders for Malvern. And then they rotate through a very strong second and third line. Now for Haverford, Johnny Nostrand, number 15. Slippery, great shot from outside, can play offense, attack, and midi. He was injured for 7 games, but he's back, as well as Peter Garno, headed to UVA.
Now the defense has heard so much about, man, these attackers are good. These midfielders are great. Defenders are standing back there saying, hey, guys, don't forget about us.
Absolutely, yes. Now, the attack is probably the stronger point of both teams, but defense is led by 2 premier guys on each team. One is number 10, Ray Barron, the senior captain, headed to Richmond. I think he should be an All-American this year. And for Haverford School, it's number 1, Chris Hervada, great takeaway player all over the place, arrives with a heart check. And then in the goal for each, Andrew Clark for Malvern and Parker Herdender for Haverford School.
We'll dive a little more into this matchup when we come back here on the Sports Fanbase Network. The Interact Challenge is presented by Rothman Institute.
Welcome to Audi Devon, a family-owned and operated dealership for over 60 years. Since the beginning, we've created many trusting relationships and have become the number 2 Audi dealership in customer satisfaction nationwide. With quality care, backed by the Audi Devon Advantage, which includes same-day, no-appointment necessary maintenance. And free loaner vehicles. We've got all the time you need. So come see us today at Audi Devon. Born in Germany, perfected in Devon.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm always on the move. I was having a lot of pain down my right leg. I went to a specialist, and he gave me an injection, and it didn't seem to help me whatsoever. So I went to Rothman. My doctor took an x-ray and said I was bone on bone and I would need a hip replacement. I felt very confident with him, and I said, okay, let's schedule the surgery. I'm 9 weeks out of surgery. Well, I'm back to working, and if I needed another joint replacement, I would definitely go back to Rothman.
We're back here at Edith Robb Dixon Field, standing by with Scott Gabrielson. I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us for today's Interact Invitational, presented by the Rothman Institute. And we had an opportunity to talk a little bit about the athletes that are out on the field. But, Scott, one thing we didn't have much of an opportunity to touch on in our open was the conditions they're going to be playing in. It is a wonderful field here at Cabrini University and Edith Robb Dixon Field. Great place to play a game, but especially down on the turf. 90 degrees at face-off today. boy, attrition might be a factor in this game.
I agree, and this is the first game that either team has played at this weather. We've had a very mild spring. Actually, it's been very cold.
Yeah.
You've had some rainy days, so right now heat will be a factor, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see, again, if any cramps come into play or exactly what it is that happens. Now, with Malvern Prep, we had an opportunity. We mentioned a lot about their attack. Jack Trainer, an attacker, 55 goals on the season. And for Billy Coyle, 37 goals on the season. It was the Fords who actually won the Interact this year. They finished 15-6 overall, 8-2 in the Interact, and right behind them by just one game. Malvern Prep finished 17-5 and 7-3 in the Interact regular season.
And again, we said it in the open, Mike, this is one of the biggest rivalries along the main line, or really in the Interact, certainly. And Haverford has had a run for the last 4 years. Malvern really thought that this was going to be their year, and they split with Haverford, where they beat them up, and they lost their first game at Haverford, yet they beat them at Malvern. And it's been Episcopal that really has come on the scene too, and we'll see that in our second game of the doubleheader. But Haverford, once again, is the Interact champ this year.
Haverford, the Interact champ, and they're hoping for another opportunity to get their hands on Culver Military Academy from Indiana. We'll see them coming up later on tonight in Game 2 of our doubleheader.
I mean, one thing I want to bring up too, Mike, is coaches. For the Haverford Forge, you've got John Nostrand, legendary coach. For the Malvern Prep Friars, you've got John McAvoy, another legendary coach. Two teammates that played for the Philadelphia Wings in their days, two great players, great coaches and leaders of men.
And a couple of guys that you know a little bit about because you played with them as well.
Absolutely.
With the Philadelphia Wings.
Here we go. One of the storylines, too, for today is going to be the face-offs. Two of the top face-off men in the country, Sean Chrisman, 29 for Malvern, and Joel Truxas for Haverford. This is really going to be a battle. The face-off basically dictates who's going to have possession of the ball.
And it starts off with Chrisman. Attacks and scores! How about that? 6 seconds in. Bang! 1-0 Malvern Prep.
Love to see that as a face-off man. Great move by Chrisman. Beat him with the clamp, pushes it to himself, gets the ground ball, comes down, no slide, takes the shot, kept it high, buried in the net. Great goal by Sean Chrisman.
We knew face-offs were going to be important. I don't know that we expected that right off the bat.
Absolutely. That was great for Chrisman. He's had a few goals the last few games, but again, dialed in, creating some offense for Malvern.
Ground ball. Truxas takes a hit.
Push from behind on Malvern. It's going to go over to Haverford.
Haverford in white. Out on the outside with it for the Fords is Ryan Jacob, the Ithaca-bound player. Now, Matt Costin attacks. Costin, side of the net, shot on. And the first save is made as Clark keeps that one out.
Nice move by Costin, a little right to left, gets back to his right hand, takes the shot. Nice offense out of the sophomore.
So it will belong to Haverford. We'll get to the X and set up. Now swung around on the outside, Nostrand. Gives it off. Attacking at the top of your screen. And reversing is Manco. Toward the front. And that one out of bounds.
Nice separation by number 33. Excellent move. Peter Garno sets it up, dumps it back to Nostrand for a shot.
Malone at the side of the net. Spinning move this time again from Costin.
Good matchups here. Looks like number 44, Sam Charlton, will match up on Nostrand. Mac Updike and Dalton Pascal with the D middies for Malvern.
Garno, a far out shot, goes out of bounds. Bobby Gibson brings it back in.
Good matchup there. Number 6, O'Grady against number 18, Tom McGuire, the senior defenseman, 220. Looking to put some body on O'Grady, slow him down.
Costin behind to the X. Looking for some room to be had is TJ Malone.
Malone's got Don Gayhart tied up. This is a little cat and mouse trying to get him to make a move. He does and scores.
Unbelievable by Malone. You said a little cat and mouse. Just drew that defender in. He got the position, cut to the inside, and scored to tie it at 1.
Absolutely. Smart play by T.J. Malone. Let the defender dictate what you're going to do. He had him tied up behind the net. What are you going to do, defender? He picked the side. As soon as he picked the side, he came right at him. Quick inside roll. Stepped at a drop step inside, buried it high. Nice goal, T.J. Malone. Tied at 1.
Yeah, not even 2 minutes in, and each team already has a goal. Truxis and Chrisman. Set for the face-off again. This time it's Truxis picking up the ground ball. He attacks, gives it off, left side. Luke O'Grady finds Malone. Malone upper left of your screen, gives to Truxis. Looks for a little space, none to be had, so he'll circle back and send it around again.
Haverford will be patient here. They got a fresh set of middies on right here. Connor Devine, number 2. Connor Mosebrook, number 10. 16, Sweeney on the long stick for Malvern.
Malone spins, gets space again. Out in front, shoots, save made. Andrew Clark stood the test that time.
Malone tried to do it again. Comes to his strong right hand, inside roll, tried to bury it, went high. Andrew Clark with a big save.
Gayhart all the way across for Ray Barron. Through midfield with a head of steam is Mike Fay. It goes out of bounds and back to Haverford as he was looking at the side of the net for Billy Coyle.
Tough play. Barron pushed it up. Fay makes a great catch, tries to get the fast break, dumps it to Coyle, turnover, going the other way.
No strength through the midfield. Takes a whack, keeps moving. No strength. Left ear screen as we'll have a line change again. Fresh onto the field is Garno. He's got possession and swings out far right.
Garno and Matt Costin at the midfield with Johnny Nostrand. D. Middies, Cam Battisti, 24 for Malvern Prep, and 2, Mac Updike.
Salvaggio gives it off to O'Grady.
Great check by defense. There's Ray Barron for you, folks. Just so smooth. Finds O'Grady's stick, being a little lazy behind him. Makes the check. Turnover. Malvern ball.
Neutralizing O'Grady, not easy to do. Updike through midfield. Gives it off to Fay and now back.
Okay, D. Middies off. Smart play right there by Battisti and Updike. The D. Middies. Now Malvern going with their offense. McCann, 20. Fay, 14. Jordan Donaghy, number 6. Here's Trainer.
Attacking
it's White.
In front and hit the post.
It's White with the move. Coming in right to left, turns around. Looked like a push, but again, they're calling number 9, White, in the crease.
So it goes back to Haverford.
That's a tough call. That's a call that could be a push on the defense and a turnover, or the other way, or even a penalty with possession. On that one, they said White was in the crease.
Mosebrook through midfield. Now sets up bottom left of your screen. Connor Devine. And now Peyton Holloway into the game. Holloway fights through a check from Dalton Pascal on the outside. Salvaggio. And they are able to get this to Mosebrook. Side of the net, fighting off the check from Sweeney.
Dangerous pass. Sweeney almost intercepted that one. Nice fake by Mosebrook. Slide and recover.
Devine. 6:40 remains here. Tied 1-1 in the first quarter. Shaking his way free on the outside. And this one over the net from Holloway.
Nice check by Barron at the last minute to make that an errant shot. Good move by 16 Holloway, though.
It's Mosebrook. Holloway again. On the outside, Holloway being watched by Dalton Pascal, the junior midi. In front, here's a shot and a goal. A huge collision in front, but able to put it home is Adam Salvaggio.
Salvaggio sitting there on the crease. Great move by Peyton Holloway to draw the double. Holloway found Salvaggio right there on the crease for a little dump. Again, Holloway, nice move. He's the one that initiates a little left to right, beats his man, gets a step, and then dumps it to the crease. They're looking for the slide. Little 4-foot pass, buries it. Goal, Haverford.
Now, since the first 6 seconds, and we're not even kidding, it's been almost all Haverford.
It has. They're possessing the ball. So time of possession, they're being very patient. Looks like they're saying Chrisman jump, so it goes back to Haverford. Now, again, you're also talking, Mike, we brought it up. You have two of the top coaches probably in the country right here.
Right.
John Nostrand, Mark Patrone, Travis Love, and Paul Gray, they know how to play this game. They know how to slow things down. So if they can control the ball and the pace of play, that's to their advantage.
Low shot from Nostrand. Off the feed from Garneau is saved by Clark, goes out of bounds.
Malvern is probably deeper athletically than Haverford is this year. So Haverford knows how to just work their opportunities, work the clock, and it's possession game.
And when you have possession like that, it's not as taxing on your middies, on your defense, and you can keep those guys in the game maybe a little bit longer.
Correct.
Garneau, low shot, out of bounds.
Okay, here's trouble. Here's a situational possession.
Matt Costin being ridden from behind by Civitella.
Civitella. Yep. Nice defense, both 21 on either team with the matchup. Matt Costin on Johnny Nostrand up top right now.
Nostrand. Looking for a little space. Trying to shake free of Civitella. Eventually does.
Nice slide by Don Gayhart. Retreat. Civitella to the crease. Defense back in place.
Garneau with a shot. And that one fought off. It does go out of bounds. And it will stay with Haverford to the chagrin of the Friars.
First man to the line, close to the ball, should get possession. That one was a little questionable, but it goes back to Haverford. Nice move by Garneau, though. Had a step on his man. Excellent save by Andrew Clark.
Garneau throws it into the X and back out. No strength. Attacks left side and peels back. Garneau. Upper right. Shakes behind the net. In front, no strength. Shot wide, out of bounds. But again, Haverford just controlling that time of possession in a big way.
Yep, quality shots as well. They can dial it in a little bit. Could be dangerous here for Malvern.
Salvaggio is fouled.
Great slide, aggressive slide from the crease by Tom McGuire. They're going to call for a push back to Haverford.
Costin swings around to the top, and Connor Mosebrook. Mosebrook heading to Furman University. So many of these young men, just premier athletes. You know, the Interact, one of the premier conferences in the country when it comes to lacrosse. And you'll hear so many big lacrosse schools as we go throughout the night and mention where some of these young men have committed to play college lacrosse.
Yep, top programs in the country.
Mosebrook flings this one wide.
Smart play right now by John Nostrand. He just made a full midfield substitution. So he has three fresh midfielders on the field right now. Their second line going at the same defense that's been on for Malvern. This is how you wear down a defense. Time of possession, get your shots. Three freshies against a tired defense.
Hallway to the X. Malone shakes right side of the net. Gets it back out to an open Mosebrook. Mosebrook high and wide, but it will remain again with Haverford. 3:09 remains here in the first quarter. It's 2-1. The lead belongs to the Fords of Haverford. You're watching the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute. Stick whacked right out of his hands.
Great check. Great check by Sam Charlton. defense strips it, creates a transition other way for Malvern.
Updike now gives it off, and Trainer peels back. He's got it out on the left side.
Donaghy 6, one of the first possessions for Malvern so far this game. Now Malvern is probably going to have a long possession. They need to get their defense to recover a little bit. They're tired. They just played probably 4 minutes of defense.
Right.
Malvern's very good at possessing the ball, getting it around, very disciplined offense.
Trainer out to Scott White. White to the X, now side of the net. Looking to shake his way free is Coyle. He plays catch with White. Coyle, side of the net shot. And that one is saved. Rebound, out of bounds. Haverford ball.
Wow, great individual effort on defense by 17. Billy Holmes diving to the end line to just out-nose the Haverford attackman, or the Malvern attackman, excuse me.
Ryan Jacob through midfield. 100 seconds remain in the first quarter. Luke O'Grady attacks right near the midfield logo. Out on the right side now for Costin. 1:30 remains in the first quarter. Costin out on the right side. Side of the net. Now to the X. Swung around and no string. Trying to get into a good shooting position. Does save made. Andrew Clark has been solid in net here in the first quarter.
Good shot left to right by Nostrand. Andrew Clark tracked it down. Big save. Less than a minute to go. Malvern needs a possession here.
Gayhart through midfield to Gabrielson. This one loose. Ground ball. Fay not able to get it. Taken right back by Haverford. And they'll move through midfield. Javon Burke sidesteps a check. Burke shot. Save made. Rebound. Ground ball in front.
Great save, Andrew Clark. However, Haverford comes up with the ground ball again for possession. O'Grady dangerous with the ball.
25 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Almost like a basketball thought here. Hold for one shot.
Yes.
Connor Devine to Hallway. And now Mosebrook. Mosebrook taken away. Great defense that time by Pascal. Ground ball, first quarter comes to an end as this shot misses. Through one quarter, it's 2-1. Haverford in front over Malvern Prep. You're watching the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute.
I never wanted to be a fireman or an astronaut. My dream was to be a professional baseball player. And last year, I was getting ready for my first professional season, and my shoulder just kept getting more sore, and I knew something wasn't right. I walked into Rothman, and I saw all the sports teams' jerseys on the wall. I knew I was in good hands. Because of Rothman, I can pitch even better than I was before. I'm back out on that mound to finish pursuing my dream of being in the big leagues.
Rothman Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, and 76ers, provides the region with unmatched orthopedic care to get your mobility back and to live again. Visit RothmanInstitute.com. Today's game is brought to you in part by Evolution Energy Partners, CBRE Commercial Real Estate, the Brennan Collective, and ExecuPower. With Scott Gabrielson, I'm Mike Samsel. We welcome you back here to Cabrini University and Edith Robb Dixon Field. A first quarter dominated by the Fords in possession, but not on the scoreboard. It's a 2-1 game.
It's a 2-1 game, yes, and Haverford had the ball, took their time, had a number of great, high percentage shots, yet not put it on the goal. However, or put it in the net. However, It's Andrew Clark that's making some big saves right now. It's credit to him.
Andrew Clark has been great in net, and the lone goal of the day thus far for Malvern Prep came 6 seconds into the game from Sean Chrisman. Ground ball. Truxas has it. Truxas gives it off left side and just not able to control that one is Salvaggio.
You have a push on Malvern.
Yeah. So it will remain Ford's ball. Malone tries to spin side of the net. Great defense played to deny him by Gayhart. Now it's O'Grady trying his hand.
Switch it up a little bit on matchups. Ray Barron 10 on O'Grady now. Number 27, Don Gayhart.
No strength.
C.J. Malone.
Here is Malone. To no strength. Now over on the far side, it's Garneau. Goes out and back to Haverford.
Sloppy play by Haverford, just simple pass and catch going to Malvern.
McGuire gives it to his goalkeeper, Clark. Now Updike through midfield, out on the right side. Updike to Billy Coyle. Bottom right of your screen. McCann.
McCann draws number 1, Hervada, the tough D-man for Haverford. Big matchup.
Now Jimmy Gabrielson to McCain. And around behind for Scott White. Fay, center of your screen. Gabrielson. And now McCann. Back to Jimmy Gabrielson. And McCann. Now Gabrielson gives it off, left side. Fay attacks, spins at the side of the net, back to Gabrielson. Right side, trying to make a little bit of a move and spin free, but denied is McCann.
Offense wants to take the short stick, let dodge Hervada or bury Hervada to the crease. Let the short sticks beat the short sticks. Right there, they had a couple opportunities. Malvern had a shot, probably should have taken it earlier, but good offense, good possession for Malvern.
Trainer shakes to the left side of the net, being checked all the way, trying to shimmy himself free. McCann. And now Gabrielson. On the right side, Gabrielson to the side of the net, and Fay. Fay gets inside and scores! Mike Fay ties it at 2.
Malvern trap goal scored by number 14, Mike
Great
Fay.
move by Mike Fay, right? Possession offense, very disciplined, moving the ball around. Dodge, draw, get it behind, get it back up to Fay. Fay with a nice right to left, came back right, slipped it right by Herndon. Great goal, number 14, Mike Fay.
And there wasn't a whole lot of room there as well. Fay created all the space he had.
Absolutely. Nice placement, offside hit. You've got a left-handed goalie in Herndon. Okay, Fay sets him up, right to left, dips under, comes back right, buries it, pipe side, offside hit. Great goal, we're tied at 2.
Truxas, nice move, and gets into the attack.
Shows the athleticism of number 3, Truxas. Nice ground ball, good possession. Pretty equal battle right now on the face-off X with Truxas taking the lead in face-offs after that one.
Truxas headed to Lehigh to continue his lacrosse career. Out on the left side, here's his shot, and that one saved, no strength. Couldn't put it past Andrew Clark. It'll stay with Haverford.
Another good take, another great save by Andrew Clark.
Malone, 39 goals on the season to go along with 23 assists. Malone spins, finds a man open, coming in, and the shot is saved from Costin. Out of bounds, Haverford retains once more. Costin. Right side, gives it to Garneau. The future Virginia Cavalier, Peter Garno. Malone out in front, looking for a little space. Not quite to him yet. Nostrand.
Nostrand's played attack before. He likes to invert. Take that play from behind.
Malone has one goal this way, trying to shake himself free. Instead, gives it off to Nostrand this time. Malone with Gayhart on him. And that shot high and wide and out of bounds, back to Haverford.
Another step by Malone. He would have had a better look at the net. No one backing up for Haverford. It goes back to Malvern.
Does it maybe start to get a little deflating for Haverford when you're dominating possession like this and it's still a tie game?
Yes. I mean, they're getting their opportunities. They're having a lot of nice possessions, ending with shots. They have to put the shot on the net or really cash in.
Scott White with 7:14 to play before halftime. On to the game for the first time is DJ Cobb. Donaghy, side of the net. Now it's DJ Cobb again. Left side and Trainer.
D. Jacoby's one, sophomore midfielder. 17, Seamus Glynn on the crease. Fresh midfield right now for Malvern.
White and DJ Cobb. Play catch. Right now it's White. Side of the net, looking for a little space. To Billy Coyle. Right side, Coyle shoots. And that one, save made. Well blocked that time, Parker Henderer. And forward is Javon Burke. Burke waiting for a change. Fresh onto the field, Carter Mosebrook. TJ Malone. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Reversing course is O'Grady. Scott Deck. Checked by McGuire. Swings it around and ends up to Mosebrook.
Very similar offensive sets by Haverford and Malvern. They like to dodge the alley, right to left, get the ball cycled around, get the defense to overcommit, and then find an open man on the backside.
O'Grady on the left side. Trying to spin free, Salvaggio. Gives to Malone. Malone. A little sloppy by Deck, but able to regather. Side of the net, spin in front, goal! Wonderful work, Salvaggio's got two.
Adam Salvaggio using his size and strength. Little bull dodge coming up the right side of the wing. Gets to a strong side, inside roll, just sneaks it by Andrew Clark. Salvaggio, his 16th goal in the season, his 21st point. Again, find a little, want to get Salvaggio on a short stick from behind. Find him behind, little left to right, get him to his strong side, comes to the net, gets it in quick.
3-2 Fords in front, 4:59 before halftime.
Truxas has been successful in the last two faceoffs.
Christman won the opening faceoff and scored just 6 seconds later. Ever since then, Truxas has been in control and gets the ground ball here. Truxas in front, shot, save made. Boy, a wonderful opportunity there for Max Brooks.
Off the pipe, number 11, Brooks. Great feed inside, sees the net, tries to get it, low shot, low and away, but Brooks hits the pipe.
A goalie's best friend almost regardless of sport.
That's for sure.
Garnell. Into the attack. Gives to Nostrand. Nostrand tries to spin free, right side, does, but gets blocked. Think Gayhart might have got that one off the heel. The out-of-bounds ball will stay with Haverford.
Haverford with a green light on shots. Everybody's taking their shots when they have an opportunity. They're getting them between a pipe and a helmet right there.
Costin behind. At the side of the net, spinning Garno. Behind again, no strength. In front.
Good slide by Civitella. Slide and then recover. You've got to slide and retreat back to the crease to cover the open man instead of having two guys on one man.
Costin, great shot, goal. Spun his way, free in front, created space, and creates a 2-goal lead for Haverford.
Goal scored by number 21, Mark Costin.
Matt Costin, the sophomore. Great strong move. Instead of passing the ball, he used his strength, bulled to the cage. He's only got 4 goals with 6 assists on the season. Big goal for his 5th right here for Matt Costin.
4-2, Haverford in front. 3:38 to play in the first half. Truxas again, really controlling the face-offs, and scores!
Joel Truxas with the move, a little pinch and pop, get it out to himself, picks up his ground ball, and answers the bell by taking the shot and scoring. Face-off, run it down the field, jam it in the net. Great goal by Joel Truxas.
We talked about the face-offs in the pregame. Each man has one just like that, right off the face-off, straight to the net.
Yep. Great play. Looks like Malvern's going to take a timeout to talk about it. Truxas, great goal, wins the face-off. The slides came late for Joel Truxas. When that happens, that means take your shot. No need to pass it to a wing to an attack minutes covered. You take your shot.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Evolution Energy Partners, providing expert energy solutions to commercial and industrial customers around the country. Today's game also brought to you in part by CBRE Commercial Real Estate, #1 in commercial real estate in Philadelphia and worldwide. 5-2 our score. The lead belongs to Haverford over Malvern Prep. Malvern Prep kind of hung around in that first quarter, but the possession from Haverford has really started to wear them down as this game's gone on.
It has. They're being very disciplined. They're getting the balls, and they're getting shots. I really like to see a shot stat because I think Haverford is out shooting Malvern at least 2 or 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, Malvern's very disciplined. They need to take more shots. They're got to let it loose. Where Haverford is feeling comfortable and loose, letting their shots go. If they dial it in on the net, it could be a bigger gap here than 5-2.
3:32 remains before halftime. A reminder, stay tuned here to the Sports Fanbase Network Facebook Live. Game 2 features Culver Military Academy taking on Episcopal. You're watching the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute. Great to have you along with us. With Scott Gabrielson, I'm Mike Samsel. It'll be interesting to see Malvern Prep on this face-off. Just try and control some possession. Christman in the matchup with Truxas. Truxas has gotten the better of it so far.
He has so far. And again, as we talked about, face-off wins lead to possessions. That last one, a face-off win, led to a goal.
Yeah.
So Christman's got to slow down Truxas right now. Time of possession is key. Malvern needs the ball to be effective. You got to have the ball to score. You got to shoot to score. So that's what Malvern needs to do in these last 3.5 minutes.
Joel Truxas getting a chant from the student section. Ground ball knocked around. And Haverford with Hervada comes away with it.
No competition there. That ground ball, when Hervada's got it on the ground, it's coming up in his stick. Great move. Christman almost had it. Hervada came. Speed, one-time ground ball. Haverford possession.
No strain. In front and save made.
What
a
an
wonderful
opportunity.
opportunity for Deck.
Incredible opportunity for Deck. Just barely made that save. Andrew Clark with a magnificent save to prevent an easy goal for Scott Deck. Late slide and recover.
Updike the other way. Timeout called by Malvern Prep.
Smart timeout, very smart timeout by Coach McAvoy. Updike in trouble, call timeout to gain possession. Their offensive set.
Today's game is brought to you in part by the Brennan Collective, Architectural Interiors, Furniture Solutions, and Workplace Technology. The Brennan Collective, providing environments for the future. Today's game also brought to you by the Rothman Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, and 76ers, provides the region with unmatched orthopedic care. To get your mobility back and to live again, visit RothmanInstitute.com. 2:55 to play here in the second period. It's 5-2 Haverford, but Malvern Prep took a timeout, saved possession, probably a very important possession for them.
Very important possession right now. With under 3 minutes to go in the half, down by 3 goals. This is kind of the time where Coach John McAvoy does dial up a nice play. They're a very disciplined offense. They get the ball around. This needs to lead to a goal right here for Malvern. After the timeout, calm their nerves a little bit, get the ball, pass and catch, and they got to finish their shot.
Great crowd on hand here supporting both schools, Haverford and Malvern Prep. Wonderful event put on. We'll be down in Westchester on Sunday for the championship game. You'll also be able to catch that here on the Sports Fanbase Network's Facebook Live as well.
Great environment down here. You've got the student body of Haverford School right down the road. On the other side, you got the student body of Malvern Prep. Again, great passion, great loyalty for these two tremendous schools.
That's Scott Gabrielson. I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us for today's game. Scott White, out of the timeout, gives it off to Mike Fay. White and Fay pay catch. It's White right now. White around behind and back out in front. Coyle. Off on the left side, open man. Not taking the shot that time was McCann. Will instead give it back.
Little sloppy. Malvern wants to find the short stick and dodge the short stick. They don't want to be dodging the long stick defender.
Trainer.
Create some problems, little flip offense, find the short stick. Short stick has to dodge and short stick has to shoot.
White in front, shot from Coyle is wide out of bounds, but Malvern Prep will retain possession. Trainer. Bit of an off-balance shot there, but it will again stay with the Friars.
I like the shots, though. Finally getting some shots. All about you got to shoot to score. But it's got to be short stick dodges. Finish your dodge with a shot.
Gabrielson, side of the net, gives it behind. Scott White in front. Coyle circles back. Had an opportunity, but wants to find a better one with 100 seconds to play here in the first half. A goal or two for Malvern Prep before halftime would be huge.
Yep, they're being disciplined. But when you get the shot, you got to take it.
McCann gives to Gabrielson. His shot saved. Rebound wide open, but somehow it stayed out until then.
Parker, 2 spectacular saves on the Malvern attackman until it got cleaned up for a third time. He could only make 2 incredible saves, but not 3. Malvern gets the goal.
It's Scott White with the goal. And it's a 5-3 game with 1:23 to play before halftime.
Hernander, 2 great plays right now. Hit the crease, saved by Gabrielson. Trainer picks it up, looks like it's an instant goal. Another save, and then White cleans it up. Nice goal, one that was needed for Malvern. Here's the face-off battle again.
We just watched the replay, and I'm still not sure how that second shot didn't go in the net.
Incredible save by Hernander.
The ground ball is controlled by Chrisman, but taken away. Now here's a shot right back. Hervada.
Wow. Talked about Chris Hervada in the open. He's one of the finest defensemen in the area. Again, you're going to see a few top long stick defensemen. Hervada is one of them. Picks up the ground ball. Chrisman showing his stick. Helicopters Chrisman. Sets his feet. Buries one to the upper corner. Chris Hervada, great play by the long stick defenseman, the senior.
Yeah, those defenders don't get forward often.
Great smart play by number 1, Chris Hervada, heading to Monmouth University next year. Strong play. He is a threat on offense, even though he carries a 6-foot pole.
Trucks us off to Gibson on the far side. This is 30, TJ Malone.
Less than a minute remaining. I think Haverford's just going to burn this out, get a shot with a few seconds left. Time is your friend when you have the lead.
Nostrand, fresh onto the field. Costin, back, and not able to control that one was Garno. Wound up for a big shot. Haverford still gets it in front. Score another one. Scott Deck robbed earlier. Not that time. It's 7-3.
Smart play. He got to the backside crease, goal line extended and waited. Sloppy slides by Malvern. They couldn't get there. They left Deck wide open on the backside. Haverford cashes in on an easy goal. Scott Deck from behind. Ball gets spun around up top. Garno takes a shot. Little loose. Deck gets to the 2-2. 2 yards off the goal line. Fake finish. Goal, Scott Deck.
Now it's 7-3. Rothman Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, and 76ers. Rothman Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, and Sixers, and they provide the region with unmatched orthopedic care. To get your mobility back and to live again, visit RothmanInstitute.com. You're watching the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute alongside Scott Gabrielson, Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us. Scott, this is your 5th Interact Invitational, and it's just been a joy to watch this tournament grow.
It really is. I mean, this is some of the top talent in the country. The Interact division itself, the Interact Conference, is one of the top conferences and programs in the entire country. It's been Long Island and Maryland before. Philadelphia is now one of the top recruiting hotbeds that there is. And if you look across the field, you got the fold-up chairs. You probably have about 15 to 25 of the top coaches in the country recruiting their players from Philadelphia.
And it's just great to see. It's been great to watch this sport grow over the years. And, a lot of it, you played for the Philadelphia Wings. For a lot of young men, the Philadelphia Wings were their exposure to this game.
Yes, and it's great that you got guys that know the game, that are giving back, that are teaching, that know how to play it, how to be a gentleman warrior, play it hard but play it fair.
Right.
And again, these are great coaches that are teaching guys that are taking their games to the next level at some of the top colleges and universities across the country.
The coach of Episcopal, the coach here at Malvern Prep, and the coach at Haverford, as well as yourself, all former Philadelphia Wings players. So you see, for lack of a better description, the wings of that franchise being spread throughout the Philadelphia area.
Yep, you got it.
Truxas.
Another face-off win by Truxas. A scrum at the X. Comes away. Haverford ball.
20 seconds remains before halftime. John Nostrantz. Costin running on, and he gets it. Matt Costin with 10 seconds. In front. Low shot. That one missed by O'Grady. Clock halted, 6.7. Haverford has to hurry.
Certainly a spot that he likes to be in. O'Grady with time and room from outside, set his feet, let it rip, missed that upper left-hand corner. But John Nostrand calls a timeout with 6 seconds left.
Today's game is brought to you in part by ExecuPower, the power of experience. 6.7 to play here in the first half. It's 7-3 Haverford. And, partner, really, what can you diagram in 6.7? Is that enough time to get a proper
There
play?
is, absolutely. The ball moves faster than any man. So I would look to see probably a couple picks on the crease, ball taken from the outside, little move left to right. The right side attackman pick to the left side guy swings around, should be a pass in front for a shot.
Right.
Now, the Haverford is known for this great play that they call 7. All right, Luke O'Grady may come to the left-hand side, do a little inside roll, catch it right, and shoot. I'd look for that. That's a bread-and-butter play for them.
Luke O'Grady, 51 goals on the season. 6 in white, gold, and maroon is one to watch, with 6.7 to play here in the first half.
So far, they're setting up in an open set. Open set means no man on the crease.
TJ Malone. Clock starts. 5 seconds. Malone just attacks himself. Shot on, save. And the ground ball is controlled by Gayhart to end the first half. Boy, Andrew Clark spent most of that first half under
score at
siege,
halftime.
but
The
makes a
Haverford
stop
School
right
7,
before
Malvern at
halftime.
3.
But his team trails 7-3. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Interact Invitational, presented by Rothman Institute.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm always on the move.
In my freshman year of high school, I started feeling pain in my ankle. So I went to a local specialist who diagnosed me with a rare ankle condition. And because of this rare condition, he suggested that I go to Rothman. My Rothman doctor told me that I had to have surgery on my ankle. He really explained it to me and told me that I was going to be okay. It's my senior year, and I'm so thankful to my Rothman doctor for getting me back on the field with my team and having no pain. I love it.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm always on the move. I was having a lot of pain down my right leg. I went to a specialist, and he gave me an injection, and it didn't seem to help me whatsoever. So I went to Rothman. My doctor took an x-ray and said I was bone on bone, and I would need a hip replacement. I felt very confident with him, and I said, okay, let's schedule the surgery. I'm 9 weeks out of surgery. Well, I'm back to working, and if I needed another joint replacement, I would definitely go back to Rothman.
I never wanted to be a fireman or an astronaut. My dream was to be a professional baseball player. And last year, I was getting ready for my first professional season, and my shoulder just kept getting more sore, and I knew something wasn't right. I walked into Rothman, and I saw all the sports teams' jerseys on the wall. I knew I was in good hands. Because of Rothman, I can pitch even better than I was before. I'm back out on that mound to finish pursuing my dream of being in the big leagues.
Welcome to Audi Devon, a family-owned and operated dealership for over 60 years. Since the beginning, we've created many trusting relationships and have become the #2 Audi dealership in customer satisfaction nationwide. With quality care, backed by the Audi Devon Advantage, which includes same-day, no-appointment necessary maintenance. And free loaner vehicles. We've got all the time you need. So come see us today at Audi Devon. Born in Germany, perfected in Devon.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
You like pro sports?
Yeah,
You like college sports?
of course.
You like high school sports?
I guess.
Maybe you just don't know much about them.
Where can I go to learn more about Philadelphia area high school athletics?
Watch Varsity Voice every other Wednesday, 6 p.m. on TCN.
Back out here at halftime with Scott Gabrielson. I'm Mike Samsel. Pleasure to have you on hand for today's game. Half one over, and boy, was it all Haverford.
It was all Haverford. Time of possession, patience, shots, you name it. I mean, it was all Haverford. I think Malvern played a little bit more tentative, and Haverford was just going and going and going.
We talked about how important faceoffs were going to be in today's game. So far, it's been all Truxas. 11-2, he's controlled the draws.
11-2, that's a surprise. Two of the top faceoff men in the country. Truxas has Christman's number on this one, 11-2. It's a dominant, faceoff advantage to Haverford.
Possession has been huge, and again, it's been all Haverford. The shots in half number one, 28-9.
Unbelievable. If if I had a telestrator, that's what I would circle, 28-9, unheard of.
Yeah.
Okay, Malvern has to shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They've had so many great opportunities that guys look at the net and then pass it off. Where Haverford gets the ball, has an opportunity, and then is letting it fly. Okay, so Johnny Nostrand's taking his shots, hitting pipes, but they're just taking the shots. You got to shoot to score. Haverford's getting their shots, and they're up 7-3.
And they've had a ton of opportunities, but even still, the Malvern Prep goalkeeper, 7 saves in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Clark standing on his head right now, making those type of saves. I think it would probably be even more saves.
Mm-hmm.
He had some pipes on his to his favor as well. But again, Andrew Clark is on the defensive end. He needs to have the guys in front of him slowing down Haverford a little bit.
All right, well, let's introduce Coach Scott Gabrielson. First, let's go inside the Ford's huddle. What are you saying right now?
You're saying be patient. Okay, guys, we're up 7-3. Let's try to take our time, possess the ball. The first half game plan worked. Okay, let's do the same. Control the ball, win the faceoffs, take our shots. What I want to see out of Haverford, however, is better shooting percentage. 28 shots, 7 goals. Come on, guys, get it on the cage.
On the other side for Malvern Prep?
If I knew the stats of 28 to 9 in shots, that advantage, I got to tell my guys to shoot the ball. Guys, you have to shoot. Okay, offense is all about taking opportunities and shooting the ball. Malvern Prep, to make up a deficit right now, has to put the ball in the net and has to shoot the ball.
Second half face-off in the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute. Coming up here on Facebook Live. Edith Robb Dixon Field here at Cabrini University is the site for the semifinals of the Interact Challenge. Malvern Prep trailing Haverford right now, 7-3 our score. Malvern Prep got here following a 19-7 victory over Lawrenceville, while Haverford defeated a usually very strong Hun school out of Princeton, New Jersey, 15-10. Haverford obviously wants to get the victory here, but they've got their eyes set on Culver Military Academy, who we'll see in Game 2. It was Culver who knocked them off last year, 8-7 in a thriller.
Yep. Well, hey, they got to get through Malvern first, but Haverford looks very strong right now. Malvern has made a defensive move, so they got Ray Barron, the long stick, up on the wing, and Jack Traynor, short stick, the attackman, looking to get that ground ball off the face-off.
Back to live action, and it is Malvern Prep with Christman on the outside.
The change in personnel worked for Malvern. Traynor had that ground ball, flipped it to Christman, or Christman got the ground ball. However, it was a push with possession up at the midfield. It's going to be a penalty at the next whistle. Malvern basically has a free play right now.
Quinn McCann. Back to Jimmy Gabrielson. On the right side, Traynor. So not an advantage yet, but as you said, essentially a free play. And Malvern Prep will get an advantage as there's another hard check, but able to spin away from it is Fay. Gabrielson out to McCann.
Haverford doubling quickly. It's got to be short stick dodges. Malvern's trying to find the mismatch or the short stick and let the dodge happen from there.
Traynor plays catch with White. Traynor at the X, spins, in front, shot, save made. A great one made by Henderer. Coyle.
Nice move by Traynor to get the shot. Huge save. Patient offense by Malvern. Now remember, this is a free play. If they do not score and the ball goes down, if Haverford gets possession, it's going to be a whistle, and Malvern will be on the man up.
McCann on the left side, tries to get it to Fay. And as Haverford controls possession, Malvern will get a man up.
The dodge has to be to the short stick. You got to get that ball back to number 8. Let number 8 dodge the short stick from the top and take the shot. Let's not dodge the sticks. Dodge the short stick.
It's Javon Burke off for 1 minute with a slash.
Burke, 35, pushed or slashed Christman when he picked up the ground ball off the face-off a while ago. And again, 1 minute penalty. Malvern Prep on the man up for a minute.
And this is huge for Malvern Prep, trailing 7-3. 7-3, certainly not an insurmountable lead when it comes to lacrosse, but you would love to get some momentum rolling with a man up.
Absolutely. And again, you can make up 4 goals in no time. One at a time you can do, but you got to take some shots and put the ball away. But it starts right here. Anytime you have an advantage, Malvern has 6 players against the Haverford 5. Find the open man, bury it.
McCann to White. Now to the side of the net, Traynor, McCann, and Fay. Just working around the outside right now, trying to find the right shot. White, Fay, and now McCann. Gives to Coyle, Fay. Shot from Traynor, save made by Henderer. Hasn't been tested much, but he's come up big when he has been.
Big save by the lefty goaltender. Saw the shot from outside, all over it. Going the other way.
Controlling possession even with a man down. Now the penalty over. O'Grady gives off to Malone. 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Garno being tracked the whole way by Mac Updike. Malone trying to spin his way out in front.
Malone's been very dangerous with that simple right-hand bull dodge. put in the net right there. He almost had an opportunity. Smart pulls it out.
Costin and Malone. It's Malone. O'Grady fights through the contact twice. Now shoots and scores. Filthy. From the Providence-bound Luke O'Grady.
Luke O'Grady, big right-handed shot from outside. Basically half-circle dodge. He took it from the left all the way over to the right-hand side. Ray Barron in his back pocket, and he still buries it near side against Andrew Clark. Big shot, looked like it one on the outside, just snuck it by the ear of Andrew Clark. Big goal, number 6, Luke O'Grady.
All forwards right now, 8-3 our score, with 8:23 to play here in the third quarter.
Malvern's back with Jack Traynor on the wing of the short stick. Ray Barron with the long stick, trying to neutralize Joel Truxas and his effectiveness on the faceoff.
It's been all Truxas in the circle today. At halftime, the faceoffs were 11-2.
Max Brooks for Haverford on the faceoff along with Truxas. Truxas wins another.
Trying to spin his way free is Malone. Now Max Brooks. He and Malone play catch as Brooks will come off. Connor Mosebrook goes running in. Pair of number 2s also go running in, Devine and Updike. As on the far side, it's Mosebrook. To the X. Scott Deck. He's got one today. Dangerous pass. Makes it to Mosebrook, and he makes it 9-3.
Great skip pass, spread the defense out. Late slide by Malvern. Got over to the Haverford lefty offensive player, Mosebrook. Number 10 sets his feet, takes the shot, goal. Great skip pass by Scott Deck. He's the one that set that up. The defender sloughed off of Mosebrook too much. He got the pass, set his feet, shot it low and away on Clark. Big goal, Haverford.
7:29 to play here in the third period, and the Fords starting to create some space from the Friars with a 6-goal lead.
They're taking shots. If you take shots, you score. You got it. Malvern needs to take some shots here. Try to get some offense going.
Fay through midfield, gives to McCann. McCann side of the net for Coyle. White. Gabrielson. And now back to McCann. He and Gabrielson play catch. Gabrielson trying to create some space on the outside. Spin, shoots, and scores!
There you go. That's what you need. Finish your dodge with a shot. Gabrielson sets him up right to left, comes back to the strong right side, right hand, buries it low and away. Great shot by number 8, Jimmy Gabrielson.
That makes it 9-4 with 6:55 to play here in the third quarter. An important draw here if the Friars can win the faceoff and get back in it.
Like to see that on offense. Hopefully Malvern gets a little more confidence. You got to take that play every now and then. You have 5 goals to make up. Here comes Crispin. See if we can get another one right here.
Coyle scores!
Great play. It's a game. Any team can get hot and score very quickly. Sean Crispin with an important face-off win. Pushes it down the field as quickly as he possibly can. Finds Billy Coyle, the left-hander. Face dodge, dips under, fake, finish. Great play by Crispin to Coyle. Gives Malvern another goal.
Crispin winning a clean face-off like that. Scored one for himself, now set one up for Coyle, and it's 9-5.
Big swing for Malvern. See if they can continue.
Ground ball. And able to come away with it in
huge
gray.
Ground ball.
Civitella. Loose again. Ground ball. Bodies hitting the deck all over the place. And finally, play is whistled down.
We're going to have 2 flags here. I think it's going to be a slash. I know they got a second one on Civitella. I'm not sure where the first one came from, but a mad scrum. Malvern couldn't pick up the ground ball clean. Haverford swarming with long sticks all over the place with Ryan Nigaman, with Billy Holmes coming in there. Evan Scott throwing some lumber. We're going to see what the penalty is.
What happened trying to get to that ground ball for both sides is at least a misdemeanor in most states.
So all they're getting is they're going to get Civitella unnecessary roughness for 1 minute. So they're not going to call that first slash on Haverford. They're going to call the one on Civitella. A little more of a retaliation after the ground ball was picked up by Haverford. Haverford on the power play.
So a huge power play for Haverford. A man up for 1 minute.
Garno at the right shooter. Up top. Nostrand at the point. O'Grady down low right.
Nostrand, Garno. Behind from Malone. Garno, side of the net. To the point again. Nostrand. Ground ball. Gayhart.
30 seconds remaining on the penalty, 30 seconds.
Able to come away with it.
Sloppy play by Haverford. Couldn't make the simple passing catch. Turns it over.
Sam Charlton. Dribbles out of some danger. His team a man down. Just about 30 seconds remains. Coyle.
Dangerous clear right there. Charlton, you got to find that short stick. Push the ball up. Malvern has it. Fresh middies on for Malvern, trying to burn the clock.
And under 10 seconds remains on the penalty. Penalty over, back to even strength. As Seamus Glynn goes running on. Controls the ground ball and gives to Donaghy.
I like this one. Short stick matchup. Donaghy. Nice move. Great shot. I like the shot.
And it will remain with Malvern Prep. Malvern Prep all of a sudden alive after the first 2 of the half belong to the Fords. In front. Loose. Ground ball. And I think we're going to have another penalty.
Nope, it's a push. Loose ball push on Haverford. Bowles coming in. Just missed that ground ball. Haverford push.
Trainer gives it back to White. At the side of the net, Scott White. Ground shot, loose in front, and that one just wide.
Great ground ball by Matt Bowles. Almost got that one just outside. Hernader collects it, push it the other way. Haverford. Great defense and hustle on a ride by Billy Coyle, the senior headed to Cornell. Finds the Haverford midi trying to clear it up the sideline. Use the sideline, it's your friend when you're playing defense. Got him on the side, not from behind, pushed them out of bounds. Ball going to Malvern.
Really well done by Coyle. Player down on the far side.
Hate to see this at this time of year. Hopefully it's not a bad injury, but we got a Haverford player down on the sideline.
Today's game brought to you in part by Evolution Energy Partners, CBRE Commercial Real Estate, the Brennan Collective, and ExecuPower. There you get a look at the Malvern Prep supporters. New life for Friar fans.
It's a ball game right now, 9-5, 4 goals. You see how quickly Malvern scored 3. They certainly can score 3 more very quickly.
Player back to his feet is Javon Burke.
Great to see Burke, the sophomore, 2019 graduate class. 3 goals, 5 assists on the year, 8 points. This is a guy that's been really delivering for John Nostrand there on your right-hand side, walking him off. This kid's a grinder, tough player. Hope to see him walking off fine. His legs look good, but it could be his left shoulder.
It's Burke coming off, and it will be Malvern Prep possession. As Burke getting some attention from the training staff for the Fords.
Right now you've got McCann, Fay, and D. Jacoby number 1 on the offense. Hervada matching up with McCann. You've got Ryan Jacob as the short stick midfielder and Max Brooks 11.
Some space for McCann on the right side. McCann spins in front. And somehow that one ends up in. I think that deflected off a Ford's player. We'll get a look at the replay.
That it did. A little short pass trying to get through the defender. However, hit the defender right in the chest and bounced right into the net. Again, McCann left to right, gets to his left-hand side, tries to pass it down low to D. Jacoby again, hits the Haverford short stick and bounces in the net.
D. Jacoby announced credit for the goal. It might have been a pass, but either way, it's a goal.
It's still a goal.
And it's 9-6, the Friars scrapping their way back into this one. Ground ball off the face-off. It's Truxas taken away.
Swarming D on the wings by Malvern. Trainer and Barron there to make the check. Truxas won the move, but the strategic wing play by Coach McAvoy, putting on Trainer and Barron, created the turnover.
McCann through midfield. Gives it off on the left side to Mike Fay. Back to McCann at the point. This is almost a completely different Malvern team from the one we saw most of the second quarter and half of the third quarter or so.
Yep, very energized. I mean, this is an offense that could score goals. They've probably averaged, 13 to 15 goals a game this season. They are not a low offensive producing team. They put the ball in the net. They got guys that can do that.
Fay gets the ground ball following the miscommunication on the pass. Back to McCann. Now Donaghy fights his way in front. Shot blocked.
Great take by Jordan Donaghy. Slide came by Haverford, knocked him down, hit the turf hard.
Billy Holmes came away with the ground ball and the player down. Waiting to confirm, but I believe that's Donaghy.
Yep, number 6 Donaghy went right to left, came to the inside. Defense slid. He got hit hard in the chest. Looks like he slammed his head on the turf. Trainer Bill Mills out there taking a look.
So you hope for the best for Donaghy, as you said. Trainer Bill Mills out taking a look at the injured Malvern Prep midi. A tough spot right now. As I want to remind you, today's game is brought to you in part by Evolution Energy Partners, providing expert energy solutions to commercial and industrial customers around the country. Also by Rothman Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, and 76ers. They provide the region with unmatched orthopedic care. To get your mobility back and to live again, visit RothmanInstitute.com. Standing by with Scott Gabrielson, I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us for today's Interact Challenge doubleheader. Game 1 going right now. Haverford in front over Malvern Prep 9-6 with 2:59 to play here in the third quarter. And we'll be back with more after this. The Interact Invitational is presented by Rothman Institute.
In my freshman year of high school, I started feeling pain in my ankle. So I went to a local specialist who diagnosed me with a rare ankle condition. And because of this rare condition, he suggested that I go to Rothman. My Rothman doctor told me that I have to have surgery on my ankle. He really explained it to me.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm always on the move. I was having a lot of pain down my right leg. I went to a specialist and he gave me an injection and it didn't seem to help me whatsoever. So I went to Rothman. My doctor took an x-ray and said I was bone on bone and I would need a hip replacement. I felt very confident with him and I said, okay, let's schedule the surgery. I'm 9 weeks out of surgery. Well, I'm back to working. And if I needed another joint replacement, I would definitely go back to Rothman.
I never wanted to be a fireman or an astronaut. My dream was to be a professional baseball player. And last year, I was getting ready for my first professional season, and my shoulder just kept getting more sore, and I knew something wasn't right. I walked into Rothman, and I saw all the sports teams' jerseys on the wall. I knew I was in good hands. Because of Rothman, I can pitch even better than I was before. I'm back out on that mound to finish pursuing my dream of being in the big leagues.
With Scott Gabrielson, Mike Samsel, great to have you along with us here back at the Interact Invitational. Glad to see the injured player Donaghy back to his feet, being helped off the field right now. But Scott, such a wonderful event being put on here, and the Pattison Sports Group is a huge part of it.
Absolutely. We want to give great credit to Jeff Long, the Pattison Sports Group, for getting this tournament back, really introducing one of the finest lacrosse conferences in the country to the Philadelphia area and really to the country itself. An opportunity to see some of the best teams, some of the best coaches, some of the best players. And again, we're seeing it today in a great game against Haverford and Malvern.
At 9-3, we thought, maybe the Fords are going to run away with this one. But, boy, have the Malvern Prep Friars fought back in the last 5 minutes.
They have. And, again, it's a game of runs. So, again, Malvern can get a run, get possession, take some shots, and get back in this game.
So Donaghy off. He'll get some attention from the Malvern Prep training staff. Does that kind of throw off your flow if you're Malvern Prep as well as things have been going right now to get a break like that and to see a teammate of yours down?
Absolutely. I mean, that was a moment. They had momentum going, and then to have a little break like that, that's unfortunate. But again, more thoughts and good wishes out for Jordan Donaghy.
Absolutely.
The great junior midfielder on his way to Penn State in a couple years. But again, looks like he hit the turf pretty hard. Hopefully that's not a concussion.
Back to live action. Henderer way out of his net. Through midfield, it's no strength. And now Garneau, 2:40 to play here in the third quarter, 9-6. Haverford in front over Malvern Prep. Matt Costin spins free, side of the net. No strength, and swung back around. Garneau on the right side. This is Scott Deck. Off to Matt Costin.
Patient offense by Haverford right now. Nostrand has Sweeney. Sweeney's the long stick, trying to shut down number 15. The senior midfielder headed to Penn State.
No strength, gives them alone. And now Garneau. Garneau around behind again. Max Brooks, side of the net, gives it out in front. Banging off a body is Costin. And Garneau once more. 1:35 remains here in the third quarter. In front, wonderful opportunity. O'Grady slams it home. 10-6, Fords.
Great defense by Haverford to move the ball to TJ Malone right to left, sneaks up the left-hand side. Luke O'Grady with a backdoor cut with a little pass inside. Quick stick, goal, Haverford.
So back to a 4-goal advantage with 91 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Truxas and Christman for the face-off. It's been most Truxas today. Don't want to say all Truxas, as Christman has set up a couple of goals off the face-off. But the volume has certainly belonged to Truxas. Scrum for this ground ball goes Gray. Trainer scores!
Great play by Jack Trainer. That's why they put him on the wing. He is an absolutely reliable ground ball. Come up with 22, Jack Trainer. There's a scrum in the middle, ball on the ground. Jack Trainer comes out of the dust, picks it up straight down the center of the field, jams it in the net. Great goal by 22, Jack Trainer.
Jack's probably saying, hey, I'm going to get this much space often. I'm going to shoot while I can. And makes it a 10-7 game with 1:20 to play here in the third quarter.
Coach Nostrand's been great at neutralizing Malvern faceoff men in the past by putting long sticks on them. Now it's Truxas. Now it's McAvoy that's making his adjustments, putting Barron and Trainer on the wing.
Updike to Coyle. The draws have been much more even here in the second half, and so is the play.
A lot of time left in this game. Even though we got a minute, you got a whole another fourth quarter when we're talking a 3-goal game.
McCann off to Fay, top of your screen.
Fay, number 14, the Notre Dame-bound midfielder. Great player, all-around midi. See what he could do.
Gabrielson again, shot wide, but the rebound skips on the ground, ball to White. Now Coyle, side of the net, spins. Cross, finds White, blocked. Good defense that time, Evan Scott.
Good rotation on defense by the Haverford defenders. Here's 34, Nigaman on Trainer. Nice matchup.
Coyle, open, scores!
Jack Trainer, draw and dump. Get it to the senior lefty, Billy Coyle, for a frozen rope to that upper left-hand corner. Great goal by Coyle. Trainer, left to right, draws the defender. Slide comes late. Coyle sets his feet, rips one to the upper corner. Great goal by Billy Coyle.
And you mentioned that late slide just gave Coyle a ton of space.
Yep, time and room, set up, put it in on net. We got a 2-goal ball game.
21 seconds still remain here in the third quarter. At one time, the Fords led this game 9-3. Ground ball on the face-off. And
Trainer
coming
again.
away with it is Trainer. Space again. Trainer! Save made that time by Hedver. And the other way, 5 seconds left. Head of steam through the midfield. In front, not a lot of time for a shot, and it's blocked off. No strength, couldn't get the shot off before the end of the third quarter.
Haverford had a great opportunity there on a fast break. I thought O'Grady was going to take that shot. That's his shot. He did not. Time runs out on Haverford.
Such huge energy for the Friars as we head to the fourth quarter. Our score 10-8. Haverford in front. You're watching the Interact Invitational presented by Rothman Institute.
In my freshman year of high school, I started feeling pain in my ankle. So I went to a local specialist who diagnosed me with a rare ankle condition. And because of this rare condition, he suggested that I go to Rothman. My Rothman doctor told me that I have to have surgery on my ankle. He really explained it to me and told me that I was going to be okay. It's my senior year, and I am so thankful to my Rothman doctor for getting me back on the field with my team and having no pain. I love it.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm always on the move. I was having a lot of pain down my right leg. I went to a specialist, and he gave me an injection, and it didn't seem to help me whatsoever. So I went to Rothman. My doctor took an x-ray and said I was bone on bone and I would need a hip replacement. I felt very confident with him, and I said, okay, let's schedule the surgery. I'm 9 weeks out of surgery. Well, I'm back to working, and if I needed another joint replacement, I would definitely go back to Rothman.
Set to start the fourth quarter, 10-8. The lead belongs to Haverford over Malvern Prep. Report from the sidelines as that we will not see Jordan Donaghy again in today's game.
Shame to see Jordan Donaghy, number 6, the junior midfielder, tremendous player. It's going to be a loss for Malvern going in this fourth quarter. But again, big momentum swing for the Malvern Prep Friars to get this within 2. One of the things historically that the Interact Challenge has always delivered, and it's fantastic finishes.
Yeah.
So right now we are set up so well for another incredible finish. These games have always gone down to a 1-goal game, and it could go either way. Can Haverford hold on, or can Malvern come back? We got 12 minutes to determine that right now.
The winner of this game will face the winner of Culver and Episcopal coming up here on Facebook Live. Face off to Truxas this time. And And this will give the forwards a chance to get some possession and give their defenders some rest, because Malvern Prep throttle all the way to the floor for the last 6 minutes or so of that third quarter.
Yep. Credit to Joel Truxas, just such a great battler, fighter at the faceoff X. The senior headed to Lehigh next year. Guy that's just as athletic, getting it done. He's been about 56% win percentage on the year. Today, he was over 80, before. So pretty incredible, great effort by him.
Salvaggio, 2 goals today. Gives it off. TJ Malone in front. Pinballs around. Ground ball. Finds no strengths.
If you look at the top of your screen, you've got one Hervada and Chrisman locked in. Haverford is fine playing 5-on-5.
Malone shot, save made by Clark. As you get a look at the bracket there on the bottom left of your screen.
Almost a late substitution there. Haverford couldn't find Hervada, who was just hanging out on that back right side point. Dalton Pascal, 12, got down. Defense in place.
No strength. Swings it around to Costin. Matt Costin tried to bounce one. And it goes out of bounds and back to Malvern Prep.
Costin on the move, steps in the crease. Turnover going Malvern's way.
10:35 remains here in the fourth quarter. 10-8. Malvern Prep trailing.
It's proven when Malvern's taking their shots, they're getting their goals. Got to see some more shots out of Malvern as they pick up their offense.
Pascal gives to Updike. Pascal will go running off as McCann will hold and wait for some attackers to jump in. Jimmy Gabrielson's goal started all this chaos for Malvern Prep, and boy, it gave them a ton of energy. Gabrielson holds upper right of your screen. Gives it across. Shot save made by Hendler. Low shot that time from Trainer.
He was all over. Like to see a change of planes there, low to high. Could have been a good one. But again, I still like the shot by Jack Trainer. Better placement.
Jacob forward as a defender. Spins and gives it off to Salvaggio. Now no strength.
Substitutions by both teams. The offensive middies for Malvern are coming off. Defense on. Defense off for Haverford, getting their offensive middies on.
Garneau in front. Ground ball loose. Still loose. Scooped up by the short stick.
Battisti, great ground ball up to Ray Barron. Transition play for Malvern.
Barron forward.
Great cut by Civitella. Barron didn't want to send it to him.
Instead, it's Coyle at the side of the net. 9 minutes to play. Trainer from far distance. Bounces it wide.
Late pickup by the defense. Trainer had room. He took the shot. Great save by Herndner.
White. Swung around Gabrielson. And now McCann, who's really initiated everything from the point for the Friars. White bodies his way in front and kind of flings this one to the middle of nowhere, but it'll stay with Malvern Prep.
Try to get that little behind the back shuffle shot.
Coyle at the side of the net. Swung around, Gabrielson. Past one defender to the X. White back out in front. And Trainer puts another wide, but it'll stay with Malvern Prep.
Like the shots, though. Offense is leading to shots. They're getting the separations. I'd like to see the shots coming.
Coyle puts that one high and wide. And again, it will stay with the Friars. I feel like they've had more shots here in this fourth quarter than they did the first half.
Yes, they have. And again, you got to shoot to score, so they're letting it rip. Everybody's got a green light. Take the shot.
Fay does. And Henderer says no.
Great save by Parker Henderer.
Through midfield with it.
Got to have some defense right here by Malvern.
Javon Burke.
Hervada on the sub. He's dangerous with the ball, even as a long stick. Again, now everybody's subbing.
Jacob gives it off to Nostrand, who peels back and waits for the substitutions to finish.
Nostrand, Garneau, Mosebrook, offense for Haverford. Against Pascal, Updike, and Charlton for Malvern.
That's so much firepower in the gold helmets. Nostrand gives to Mosebrook. Mosebrook again on the feed from Salvaggio. 6:50 to play here in the
#2 on
fourth.
defense, headed to the Naval Academy next year. Good matchup on the Furman senior midi, Mosebrook.
Side of the net, bodying his way in front. Malone scores!
Peter Garneau, actually, 33. Nice sets him up. Across his face, comes back right, jams it in. Big goal by Peter Garneau, the sophomore, the UVA sophomore commit.
33, Peter Garneau.
The sophomore's got 25 goals on the season with that one.
Great play, caught the defense in a rotation, took advantage of it. Little hitch step, face dodge, finishes high. Great goal by Peter Garneau.
11-8, a 3-goal lead for the Fords. 6:37 to play.
Trucks us again. However, can it be Crispin? There's number 1, Hervada, the Hoover, picks up the ground ball.
Hervada, the long stick forward to O'Grady. Side of the net, O'Grady being whacked the whole way by Gayhart.
Time's your friend for Haverford right now. It's your 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Up by 3 goals.
Mosebrook goes running on, spinning at the far side.
Wow, late substitution by Malvern. Mosebrook was wide open on the backside. The other attackman couldn't find him. Malvern dodges a bullet.
Salvaggio gives to Peter Garneau. He's got the most recent goal. Garneau attacks again, puts it behind. Out of his net. And there's the penalty. So a chance here for Haverford. Free play.
Not sure what it is, if you got a slash from behind, push with possession. But again, another free play for Haverford.
The senior goalie, Andrew Clark, was way out on that last play as well. Don't usually see the goalie that aggressive. Great spin move in front. Rolls through. And they whistle crease violation on Haverford in the crease.
Nice move by Malone, trying to find that backside for a quick stick. Just couldn't handle it. But it's going to be a penalty on Malvern. Haverford for the man up. They're going to get 24 Malvern with the slash.
Malvern
putting
penalty number 24,
Haverford
Cameron
on the man up.
1 minute for slashing.
It's Battisti with this slash. And this is so huge for Haverford and for Malvern Prep. 4 goals or 3 goals in momentum for the team in gray.
Very dangerous man up. Mark Patron sets it up.
Side of the net, save made. A wonderful save made by Clark, who was all alone with Malone in front.
Saved by Clark. That was an automatic goal. Looked too easy, but Clark came up with it. But Malvern cannot clear it. However, it goes off the Haverford stick. It's staying Malvern ball.
Oh, the referee from the far side.
Claiming Malvern was offsides. Goes back to Haverford.
4:25 to play, less than 30 seconds remains on the man up for the Forts.
What a play. They had Malone down wide open on the left-hand side. Little fake finish, but Andrew Clark, incredible save to stuff him.
Swung around.
The penalty is released.
Back to even strength as Garneau with 3:55 remaining. Couple of late substitutions heading in for Haverford. Mosebrook in. And Salvaggio right behind him. Side of the net, shot on from Garneau. Goes out.
Great
will
move.
Stay.
Little inside roll by Garneau. Came in, shot all over that upper left-hand corner, hits the pipe, and goes out.
Thought that might have got a little pipe.
Yeah.
No strength. 3:30 remains here in the fourth quarter. A 3-goal lead for the team in white and gold. No strength. Looking for more. Gets it. What a shot.
Sets up from behind, left to right, comes with strong hand. Soon as he gets around goal line extent, turns his shoulders, fires it to the upper corner for Nostrand. Great goal for the senior. Headed to Penn State, coach's son, knows how to get it done.
3:21 to play here in the fourth quarter. 4 goals, not insurmountable, but certainly uphill for Malvern Prep.
Big momentum swing right now, headed, really with Haverford. They've won the last few faceoffs as well as scored the last couple goals. Legal procedure on Chrisman. He went too soon, goes back to Haverford.
Haverford attacking again. This is Malone. Loses his footing. Gives it to Mosebrook.
You hear the heavy call by Coach Matt McCormick, meaning that they're going hard after. They're going hard after the offensive players. Great check by Charlton, but I guess they're going to get a push.
Mosebrook with 2:55. And for Haverford, I would imagine it's not so much about scoring right now. It's about controlling possession and getting rid of that 250 as fast as possible.
Yes, it is. The clock is your friend when you're up, and right now they're up. They just want to burn the clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
No strength. Takes a huge hit. Side of the net. In front, shot blocked. O'Grady couldn't get a clean look. Charlton the other way, sprints forward.
2-on-1 with Trainer.
But couldn't find him. Ground ball out of bounds. Haverford.
Little late pass, couldn't control it. Great check right there by Ryan Jacob. Just as Mike Fay was going to pick up that ground ball, he checked his stick, continued to run out of bounds. Haverford ball.
Herder gives it off. Now Devine through midfield, 2:05 to play. Survives the whack from behind by Pascal and finds the open man forward.
Malvern is just in an absolute attack mode. They've got to play tough defense on everyone.
Devine content to hold while Malvern chases. Penalty. Ground ball. Still loose. And coming away with it is Updike. And a slash is the call. Charlton guilty of it. With 1:39 to play.
Calling a slash on Charlton in the back as he was going for the ground ball. Again, Malvern's got to be on the, really just has to attack the ball, swarming defense to try to create a cause turnover to get the offensive possession. It's all you can do right now with 1:39 to go. Haverford on the man up right now. Nostrand's going to take it at the point. O'Grady, the right shooter spot. Garneau left. Jacob down low.
Garneau swung around, and now it's Ryan Jacob to Garneau. For Haverford, boy, the big names have just played really well all day. O'Grady, Hervada, Malone, Garno have all made their impact.
They rely on them so heavily, and again, these guys delivered today. The Haverford offensive players delivered for Haverford.
No strength. Now to Garno. 60 seconds remains. Haverford fighting through the defense of Sweeney.
Tough one. All they're going to do is burn the clock right here. So, again, they're on the man up. All they've got to do is burn 45 seconds, and it's over.
Jacob.
Again, I want to give a little shout-out to, the great season that Malvern Prep has and the seniors on this team that are moving on to the next level. Guys like Mac Updike, number 2, Michael Fay, Billy Coyle, Matty Bowles, all the great seniors, really on either team, been played so well and had such great seasons.
Save made with 21.6 to play as Clark came way out of his net to try and force the turnover.
Clark, another guy, another senior, headed to Christopher Newport University. Great season for number 15.
And a timeout for Malvern Prep with 21.6 to play. And there's no real easy way, to say this. Obviously, you don't want to say, oh, if you're Malvern Prep, you can't hang your head. This one hurts. It certainly does for their season to come to an end. But, boy, they fought valiantly to get back in this game.
Yes, they did. Really a tale of two halves. They were not as aggressive in the first half, which really made them pay. They had an incredible third quarter where they came out of the locker room at halftime, running and gunning, taking their shots, and they really went on a nice run there.
Semifinal number 2 in the Interact Challenge coming up. Scott and I will have the call of Culver Military Academy against the Churchmen of Episcopal. The 2016 championship game was Culver and Haverford, and it's quite possible we'll see that again.
Yes, it could be. Great game. Episcopal started this season this year playing against Culver.
Yeah.
And they lost to Culver, but again, they get them back. Culver, incredible superpower from the Midwest, 19-1 coming in on the season. Looking to play the winner of this game that right now looks like it's going to be the Haverford School.
According to Max Prep, Culver in the top 12 in the country. So really a solid program.
And you look at some other rankings, they're probably number 2 in the country.
Yeah. Here's a shot and a goal.
10-man ride by Malvern, trying to make something happen. Luke O'Grady gets around his defender. Open net goal.
Luke O'Grady.
So that makes it 13-6. As O'Grady able to net another. 16.5 to play.
Haverford making their substitutions right now. Their faithful fans get the bragging rights out of this last game, the third and final matchup between these two outstanding teams. It's going to be Haverford again with the victory.
16.5 to play. Trainer instructs us on one last face-off.
Chrisman, the senior, getting his last winning face-off.
Coyle scores with 7.9 to play. And that makes it 13-9.
Senior to senior, Chrisman, senior going to BU. Whips it off over to Billy Coyle. Lefty shot on the run, goal.
So 7.9 to play. A couple of goals that'll change how it feels in the newspaper, but won't have much impact on the results of this one.
Nope, hats off to John Nostrand, Travis Loving, Mark Patron, Paul O'Grady. Great game plan, great execution by the team. And it looks like the Haverford Fords, they are moving on.
Chrisman, however, scores again with 1.9 to play to make it 13-10.
Never say die, right? If you're going to go down, you go down swinging, and that's the character of this Malvern Prep team. just because it looks like the game is over. It's not. You play to the final whistle. Great move, great win by Sean Crispin, and great goal.
13-10 with 1.9 to play. Truxas and Christman. Tied up. Final second and some change ticks away.
Final score in tonight's
and it's Haverford
Haverford
moving on to the Interact Challenge final. They'll be played at Kelly Fields in Westchester on Sunday. But the Fords off to the championship round again.
Yes, they are. Tremendous team. Great effort all the way around by the Haverford Fords. Very impressive win, really from start to finish, offensively, going hard. Winners 13-10.
13-10, our final. Haverford is victorious in this one. And coming up, game number 2 in just a little bit will feature Culver Military Academy taking on Episcopal. Any final thoughts?
Just hats off to, it's the Haverford Fords that won the game, but full credit to the Malvern Prep Friars for a great season. Again, few tough losses at the end of the season, but again, they ran into a tough Haverford team and Episcopal. But congratulations to all the seniors on both teams as Haverford moves on and Malvern Prep goes home.
Who will mean Haverford in Westchester? We'll find out coming up in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Culver Military Academy takes on Episcopal. A thanks to our great crew out here for game number 1 at Edith Rob Dixon Field. Josh Bellman and Ari Bluestein, our producer and director, cameraman, doing a great job all around the stadium, so we thank them as well. For Scott Gabrielson, I'm Mike Samsel, inviting you to stay tuned. Game number 2 coming up. You're watching the Interact Challenge, presented by Rothman Institute.